Hardy battles Mr. Anderson in a ladder match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
The TNA title belt hangs high above the ring. It is main event time, and against all odds, it is ladder match time, and against all odds, because the TNA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Even though Mr. Anderson is the defending champion in our Against All Odds main event, we reference the championship belt hanging high above the ring as Jeff Hardy's title belt. It's the championship belt that was specifically and specially made for Jeff Hardy by Hulk Hogan and Immortal.
And actually, we had a tight shot of that title belt right before Jeff came out here just now. We saw, actually, I didn't know this, but the face of Jeff Hardy is engraved on one of the plates right there. Yeah, you can see it right there. That's so the whole while Anderson's been holding that title, the actual belt, and it's had Jeff's face on it. I guess that's just something that Anderson would do to hold on to that belt, just to piss off Jeff Hardy and Immortal. Champion's all business tonight, and he needs to be. I said at the tippy top of this show tonight, live right here at Against All Odds, that I really do feel the champion is the underdog. He is in the realm, the world, the sweet spot, the comfort zone, any way you want to put it, the world of the challenger, Jeff Hardy, in this ladder match.
Body language tells us both champion and challenger, they have their game faces on, and they are ready as Anderson looks to the skies, looks at the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt as we send it to the center of the ring. And Jeremy Borash for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening, with a ladder match determining the winner of the bout when the bell rings. The gentleman in charge outside of the ring, TNA officials Jackson James and Mr. Earl Hebner. And now, live from Universal Studios Orlando, it's time for your Against All Odds main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left. He weighed in this morning at 239 pounds and comes to us from Cameron, North Carolina. He is the #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the world, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. And now, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 236 pounds and comes to us from Green Bay, Wisconsin. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Mr. Anderson. Anderson.
I got to tell you, just an observation as a former world champion myself, I mean, usually I would go out there being that same zone that Mr. Anderson is. You can see Anderson, he's focused, but I got to tell you, man, if my challenger looked as calm, cocky, and cool as Jeff Hardy does right now, I'd be a little worried. Hardy, he just looks calm and cool. I mean, you see that same thing in him?
Absolutely, and maybe that's because this is a ladder match. It's what we've been talking about throughout this Against All Odds pay-per-view broadcast. Hardy spits in the face of Anderson, and Anderson returns by lighting him up with the right hands, and quickly Hardy jumps out to the floor. It's one of those situations, Taz, where he is so cool and confident because not only his past track record in terms of ladder matches and so many victories he's had, but how about the strategy that's involved in knowing when to go for the ladder, when to bring it into play, when to use it as a weapon. All those things are on the side of the challenger.
You're exactly right, Mike. The ladder match, I myself have never been in a pure straight-up ladder match. I've been in matches involving ladders, but, and you know, it's the timing of it. It's the timing of, whoa, I'm going to twist the hate on the outside. It's just, wow.
And that time it was Anderson who was first to use the ladder as a weapon. Ooh. Again, not about pins or submissions. It's about getting that ladder into play, getting it into the ring, taking down the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt, and that's how you decide the winner.
Yeah, Anderson seems to be extremely in the zone and a different side that not too much. You know, sometimes he gets up. Oh, he tries that foot out here and get a little wild. Right now, he's just getting intense.
Tug of war with the ladder just leads to the physicality of Hardy going back first into the side of the ring.
I'm really getting the sense that Anderson is, you know, he realizes how important this thing here is. This is for his championship. He understands this is, you know, Hardy's style match. I like what I see in the early goings out of Anderson thus far. Oh, wow, that was bad.
Unique move there with a neck breaker variation, dropping down onto the ladder.
Yeah, I think I just jinxed him. Jeez, that was ugly.
We talked earlier about how the ladders would come into play, how it affects the game plan and the strategy of these two men. And I think I was caught off guard by the fact that Anderson was so effective in the opening minute or so of the match in terms of using the ladder as a weapon. But
and you know, we saw that almost like a neck breaker type thing you just said, where Anderson's head, I mean, and let's go back in time here, not too long ago, the concussion issues of Mr. Anderson, Mike.
That all started because of Jeff Hardy in a steel chair.
Correct.
Wait a minute. Opening.
Oh, there we go. Look at this. Whoa!
Hardy goes to take advantage, but a quick recovery by Anderson leads to a neck breaker for him.
You almost saw, I think Anderson almost went for a cover, not realizing you got to go up and get the, sometimes you get hung up in a moment, you know? So
it's that natural instinct, right?
Instinct, correct. You hit a hard move, you go for a cover. Now here goes Anderson trying to get his title.
Hardy not sufficiently weak and able to pull down. Oh, Anderson off that ladder and then caught him completely unaware that time. Ooh. First the boot to the face, then double boots in the corner right into the chest. Hardy,
look at this, Mike.
Not time to climb the ladder.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this deal out here. Oh, my God almighty. Holy crap.
This is what separates champion from challenger in this match. Yeah. The ability to connect with a move like that after you've been through so many of these ladder matches.
Tell you what, that's what'll separate you. Yeah. Something else, too. Wow. That one violent move is enough to just shut down the world champion.
Just turns the match, it just turns the tide completely in Hardy's favor because of the recovery period here for Anderson.
Look at now Jeff Hardy putting that ladder in the corner almost like a ramp. Jeff had it on the second turnbuckle.
And because of this ladder match and because of his experience, he's thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead.
He being Jeff, yes. You know what, Mike, you're right, but right now I think Anderson is a step ahead of him. Oh, my God.
Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, God, that had to hurt a lot.
Impact of the blow as Hardy goes spine back first. Right onto the ladder, and Anderson rolls out to the floor. Where's he headed? Going to bring another ladder into play.
Watch this, watch this. That Russian leg sweep into that steel ladder. Look at this. Bam! You know, there's somebody sitting home. Wow, that's a fake ladder. Oh, yeah?
Think otherwise.
Sure about that, right? You don't have a clue. that had to hurt like hell. Hardy hasn't moved since. Well, now, you know what, Anderson.
What does he do at this point?
Prime real estate right now. Just climb up and snatch it. Uh-oh.
But he doesn't really have the ladder positioned underneath the belt.
Well, he can still grab it, but now it's a race here.
A long way to go.
Challenger and champion, they both about, what, 4 rungs up here on this ladder.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
oh, my God.
Good go!
Wow. Did you see the whiplash of Anderson's skull? And a man with the concussion
go right back to the head trauma that Anderson has suffered, the concussion issues Taz just mentioned, and it's the first thing you think of.
Let's take a look. Watch Anderson's skull. Watch it. Oh, whiplash.
Physicality that you would expect in a ladder match with the TNA World Heavyweight title at stake. And that physicality in terms of that powerbomb style move off the sunset flip from the ladder by Jeff Hardy has put him in the driver's seat.
It's a quick, impactful, dangerous move for someone who does not have or had a concussion or concussion issues. Nevertheless, someone condition of Anderson.
Hardy plants Anderson
look what
with the slam. And
look at this. This is
he's incredibly creative.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy.
And destructive when it comes to using the ladder.
Oh, my God.
Leapfrogs over the top, and Anderson able to avoid him.
Well, we've seen those who are fans of Jeff Hardy, we've seen him do that extremely impressive maneuver where he leapfrogs over a ladder which is so high over the ring and drops a leg on his opponent. Anderson, nobody home, man, got himself out of the way, which was a great thing for the champion.
Champ tries to clear the cobwebs in the corner as he uses the ring ropes just to try and get back up to his feet. And as Hardy recovers from the bad landing, comes right at Anderson, who gets out of the way. It might be better here for Anderson, I was going to say, to get on the defensive and clear that head, but maybe he senses he can take advantage of Hardy, catches him with a shot, goes to throw him off into the ladder.